Trudeau calling out Poilievre for attacking the CBC. Get a load of that. I mean, you want to see gaslighting? You want to see Darvo? Check out this sociopath. Take a listen.
I think it says a lot about the Conservative Party of Canada that they're choosing to constantly attack independent media organizations, journalists who are working hard to keep Canadians informed and support our democracies. CBC Radio-Canada serves right across the country, delivers local news and local content in many regions of the country that, yes, has been challenged over the past years, but the idea of adding to that challenges and laying on by attacking this Canadian institution, attacking the culture and local content that is so important to so many Canadians, really indicates the values and the approach that Mr. Poilievre is putting forward. And I think it is telling that in order to attack this institution that is important for many, many Canadians, he runs to American billionaires, the tech giants that they continue to defend in committee and in their approach on our legislation to make tech giants pay their fair share. Conservatives are always there to defend them. So when they're trying to attack a foundational Canadian institution, the fact that he has to run to American billionaires for support to attack Canadians says a lot about Mr. Poilievre and his values.
Gaslight much? Darvo, deny, attack, reverse victim and offender. That's the guy who introduced Bill C-11, which would give the government control over the internet by calling it a broadcaster under the Broadcasting Act. That's the guy who in Bill C-18 would commandeer Facebook, Google, YouTube, and force them to pay money to journalists, but only his friends, only journalists that get the Trudeau journalism license called the QCJO license, Qualified Canadian Journalism Organization license. That's the prime minister who, in his Bill C-36, would have tens of thousands of dollars of fines for hurt feelings on the internet. You would be liable for anything you ever wrote on the internet, even going back years or decades. Literally, when you were a teenager, if you still had that account, you would be liable for it. Oh, and complaints and witnesses would both be secret. I'm not kidding. It's called Bill C-36. And a bill that was not introduced yet, but it was published in a backgrounder form by the government called the Online Harms Act that would set up something called the Digital Safety Commissioner. Oh my God, that's what it's called in North Korea. And that person would have the power to literally shut down any website he wants. And that's the guy accusing others of not standing up for independent media. Here's the guy who it's come to light cashed a check for $200,000 from a Chinese billionaire. The money actually came from the government of China. He literally sent his brother Alexander to pick up the check from the Chinese Communist Party billionaire. And he's accusing Pierre Poilievre of being in the pocket of foreign billionaires. Like I say, it's Darvo, deny, attack, reverse victim, and offender. He is the master gaslighter. I'm going to have more to say about this on my show tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's called the Ezra Levant Show. It's behind a paywall. I'm going to show you a bunch of clips and take you through. Holy mackerel! But the reason they're all in a kerfuffle, the reason why Trudeau is very upset, is because Elon Musk put a little label on twitter.com/CBC. And the whole media is up in arms. So yeah, this is a great story. Show the Toronto Star version here. Twitter labels CBC account as government-funded media. Now, how is that news? The move comes just days after Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre posted a letter to the social media platform asking for this to be added. But is it not true? Is the CBC not government funded? Of course it is government funded. In fact, if you go, can you do this? Do from CBC. Do you know how to do that? Go into the search bar there. I don't know if you have to, go into, yeah. And then once you're in Twitter, exactly, from CBC, and then type in the word space government funded. Exactly. Thank you. That's very quick typing. Yeah, look at that. So what that kind of Boolean search does is it shows anytime the words government funded were used by this account. So you can see the very first one. This is a response by CBC to some guy named Michael. Hi, Michael. We are government funded. Blah, 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 blah. Well, yeah, of course you are. I mean, you'd have to be pretty stupid not to know that. So why the kerfuffle? Why the fuss? Why the news? Why the apoplexy? Like, my only criticism of this, by the way, is the CBC has many Twitter accounts, of course. That CBC account that was tagged actually isn't their main news channel. CBC News or CBC News Alerts is their big channel that has all the followers. And it's not yet labeled. But this has Justin Trudeau very upset because he doesn't like Twitter that is not compliant. He likes to be the one bossing around Twitter. He doesn't like Twitter. Twitter's not even doing anything mean. It's just saying you're government funded. We're just going to put that on your site so people know. It's transparency, just the same way we do with I haven't been to Al Jazeera's Twitter feed in a long time, but I'm sure if you go to Twitter and Al Jazeera, I know if you go to RT, that's the Russian. Yeah, click on any of those Al Jazeera ones there. Just show, just any of these. That's fine. Yeah, show that one there. So RT stands for Russia Today. It's Putin's state broadcaster. And you can see under the word RT America, it says Russia State Affiliated Media, which it absolutely is. And I know that because I know what RT is. But if you didn't know what RT is, it's probably useful to you to know. It's like a product warning label. It's like a product label. I don't think you want to have too much product labeling on the internet. Yeah, click on that Al Jazeera. There it is, government-funded media. I don't know what the difference between government-funded and state-affiliated is. There may be some oblique or sort of some subtle differences, but it's a good heads up. And why should the CBC not have that appellation? Trudeau said that they are independent media, but they are absolutely not independent media. In fact, their broadcasting mandate is set out in a law issued by Parliament. They are the least independent media in the country because they absolutely must do what the Prime Minister says. The Prime Minister appoints their entire board of directors. Yeah, click on that tweet by Avi. Avi's showing that this didn't just happen to the CBC. This happened to state-affiliated broadcasters around the world. RNZ, which is obviously in New Zealand. ABC News, that's not the American, that's the Australian Broadcasting Corporation. That's the Aussie state broadcaster. So yeah. Can someone please tell me what the problem is here? There is no problem unless you want to somehow hide or obscure the hidden hand behind those TV stations.
That's a clip from something we call Rebel News Daily. It's our daily live stream hosted by my friend David Menzies, but the show also includes a rotating cast of hosts and special guests, including me. It's a great way for us to talk about the news of the day as the news is happening in an unscripted fashion, and it's an awesome way for you to interact with us as well. We stream every weekday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Mountain, wherever you find Rebel News. See you there.